Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of Screen Junkies News. I'm so fanboying because I'm here with two Bachelor royalty. Oh my God, Ashley, and Jared, if you guys don't know, from Bachelor in Paradise. Thank you for coming. And I'm here with Alex from Clever News, who's gonna help me break down it. Alex, how fun is this?
I'm like trying hard to contain myself.
Now guys, I want to set this up because The Bachelor's not something we talk about a lot here on Screen Junkies, but I am a fan. I've never not said I wasn't a fan, and so if you're not into The Bachelor, sorry, go away. If you are, get ready because I've heard Jared is such a Screen Junkies fan that I'm gonna get all the juicy gossip out of him.
I'm the biggest Screen Junkies fan. I have Screen Junkies Plus. I've been watching since day one. You guys are amazing. This is honestly a privilege to be here, so thank you.
I love it. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say, but I love the show, and I thought, obviously we want to talk about some drama from the show, but I thought what would be fun, even if it's a casual viewer, I'd love to get a little bit more like, how does the show actually work? Some of the behind-the-scenes tricks, like how does a show like that go down? What's the biggest surprise, I think you'd say, to people who don't watch? Like, what's the real truth there?
People, like, always, our number one question is it real? And I say, all the emotions that you're seeing go down on the show, those are 100% real.
I can't imagine competing with 20-something people at one time for one guy, or even Bachelor in Paradise. Like trying to have a date at the end of like every single week.
I think that when people are like, did you actually really like him? It's like, no, I really liked him.
Wait, remind me. So
I mean, like Chris, I was with Chris.
That's right, okay.
I really like Chris in the moment. I really like Chris as a person now, but I know that he wouldn't be like my husband.
In the moment, you're in him, but does part of you eventually realize, I'm not, but I want to do better here on the show?
No, not while on the show. When I got back on the plane, I was kind of like, oh, he was really hot, really sweet guy.
And I think also once you're there, like these people are put on a pedestal where you're the Bachelor or the Bachelor because they're the prize. They're the ones that you're going for. Plus, these people are kind of celebrities to you. Like when I got on the limo and I saw Caitlyn and Britt there, I already saw them on Chris's season. So, I mean, I'm already feeling inferior to them. And then I'm supposed to be impressing them. I'm supposed to be the one that's trying to woo them, even though I feel like I don't deserve their love. Cool thing is, though, I know that people say, like, you fight and it's competitive because you're all going after the same girl, but at the same time, you're going through this unique, very foreign experience together, so it's almost like a bonding experience.
Because you
like
guys make friends.
Totally bonding.
Like,
oh, yeah, it's a frat and a sorority.
Yeah.
I would say it's more bonding than it is fighting.
Yeah.
Until you get, like, towards the end, where then it, like, real emotions, like, very strong feelings are coming in, and it's like, okay, this is kind of awkward, because I just saw one of my good friends leave with a girl that I'm really falling for.
Well, so when you're there as a contestant for a Bachelorette, does part of you go, I gotta make an impression here, so if I don't get her, I can be the next Bachelor, or I can be on the next shows. Like, does that ever seep into your head, honestly?
Of course. I mean, you're inhuman if you don't think about the future and the possibility that you might not end up with this girl. But at the same time, that's not your hope.
I feel like you guys were playing a little bit, got more emotional, whether it was, but you knew to sort of take advantage of that so you could get on more shows.
If I was a viewer, I would think that too. But I can tell you, of the 3 seasons that I've been on, there's only been 2 moments that I was told, let's ham it up a little bit.
So it's not like Unreal. You guys do watch Unreal?
I've seen bits and pieces.
I do watch Unreal, and it's funny because the first season of Unreal coincided with my first season of Paradise, which I thought was a lovely experience. And then my second season of Paradise coincided with their second season, and I was watching that after coming back from Paradise. I was like, this is completely accurate. Because like it was just a whole different experience of Paradise where I think my blinders were off a lot more this time around. They go into it with an ideal storyline, and then
I mean, they're producers.
It's hard to predict.
Right, but that's why I say that, like, what you're seeing from us, like, our emotions are 100% accurate, whether their storyline is a little bit developed.
Well, it's a really well-produced show. Like,
it's
that's
the best produced show, and I think it's underrated.
They get you guys drunk. They put you on these fancy dates.
We don't get that drunk, also. That's also another misconception.
Some people do, yeah.
Some people do, but the majority of us, like, I rarely
is that a choice?
there.
The producers give you the option to, yes?
There are options always there, but I don't just drink the way I would normally drink.
You know, the power of persuasion. So, like, if you're sitting down and somebody comes over and says, hey, I have an extra margarita if you want it.
Has a producer ever come to you with a drink? That's never happened to me.
Many times. Not a producer, but handlers, yes.
When you're in the moment, do you think, like, oh my gosh, are they going to make me into this antagonist
That's
kind of
what
person?
happened to me this season. I freaked out a bit,
So that was half because of your emotions with you, and then and then like because you were like, oh my God, like it's gonna be another season.
All I say is, in regards to this past season, is that there was a storyline that they chose not to show that they could have shown and was more truthful than the one that was actually shown, and he agrees, and that's it.
I guess I agree.
It's like the show.
to you, but do you agree?
Since we got there, I'm going to talk about it because they did make a lot of drama between you two and Caila. When Caila comes on, I like Caila. She seemed very nice in person.
You did, because off camera you were saying.
Well, no, I was just saying my wife doesn't like Caila because she's like, oh, Kayla's coming in there clearly fake with an agenda and doing things. I feel like it's smart of some of you guys. I'm not saying you're doing it, but to come in with a plan. I'm trying to figure out, do the producers enjoy a contestant who's coming in sort of with a plan to sort of give them material in a way?
She was hired for material. That's my theory.
But I don't think she knew it.
Why do you think they chose Nick?
I think they chose Nick. I understand.
Alex, do you like Nick?
I liked him better after this Paradise.
Well, I also think that Nick is a very polarizing figure, and you either love or hate him, which obviously just vibes off entertainment. And I think it helped a lot from us, because I think a lot of Bachelor family, it's weird even saying, are all supporting Nick. And so I think that finally ABC, instead of going with the fan favorite, which was clearly Luke, they said, all right, we'll trust the producers and we'll put Nick in there.
I mean, he kind of did leave the girl.
It was the way they decided to do it. And that is, we know, being there, that they were never going to end up together. And then with them announcing that Nick was the Bachelor the week before we saw the breakup between the two of them, that was obviously made things seem more emotional to the viewer.
We pretty much already.
Also, I want to go back to what you said about Nick and how you're like kind of wishy-washy on him. All of his like really good friends at first meeting and the first couple months of friendship, we were kind of wishy-washy on him.
Well, Nick is
he's a slow grow.
Yes, I agree.
We love him now.
It's a bummer because he was put in such a negative light on Caitlin's season 2 when he, first off, didn't he come in halfway and then he ends up sleeping with her.
I feel like that he did that on purpose.
No.
He came for Caitlyn, though, 100%. Like, him and Caitlyn were talking prior to the show. That was all true. He thought that he would always regret it if he never went on because he felt a connection with her.
Do you think that is fair for the producers to allow? Like, he should start at the top of the show.
But the thing is, can I tell you, he would have made it to the top 2 either way.
Now, on the outside, I'm just going to play devil advocate. At the time, they didn't know that Caitlyn was going to be the Bachelorette. Granted, who the hell knows, truthfully, because it was between Caitlyn and Britt.
So the producers just all talk to you guys,
Night one.
He learns from somebody, it's Caitlyn is officially doing this. Because you guys tape these before we see him a lot, right?
Yeah,
yeah. He was definitely able to know, like, hey, Caitlyn became the Bachelorette on night 1.
Right.
I think the producers definitely planned on Caitlyn being the Bachelorette, whether or not she won the actual vote or not, but that is just speculation.
I would agree.
Didn't Britt leave with somebody, which felt like that was staged?
He did really like her, though.
They really dated. They really did date for a couple months off camera and all that. So
but
it was legit.
Of course, like, was a producer probably like, maybe you should run after her? Of course, I'm sure. And he was like, that's a great idea.
Jared may have been told to run after somebody. So
oh, yeah?
Oh, my God. Get her out of here. It was the Paradise thing where I was running after Caila. So, God. So,
yeah, tell us about that ending.
So anyway,
you ditched Ashley.
I'm ditched Ashley because she was pissing me off.
Be honest. Yeah, you're saying there was a different narrative, but do you watch back and go, okay, I probably should have let him have a little bit more space?
I should have for the I mean, like, I know that wouldn't have been true to my personality, but like for the sake of coming across as like likable on TV, I could have been like, you can let him make his own decision. I mean, technically, I should let everybody make their own decision.
She said that so begrudgingly.
I
love that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want to give Jared a chance to like wrap me out. You can like say annoying things about me. What did I do that was really annoying?
How did we get back on this?
I don't know. I feel bad. I just made fun of him for chasing the car. So like, what was annoying?
No, I think your approach to Paradise was wrong.
Yeah.
And I think some of your delivery was wrong, but I also think that some of your intentions were right.
Yeah.
They're adorable.
I'm gonna let our publicist here. We describe our relationship very accurately when I say I'm the journalist. Like, I put it all out there. I put out all the facts and I let people decide.
Facts.
And then I put the facts out there. I like throw it all out there.
Well, you put all the facts. Let's get to that because they touted it every day. I'm a virgin. They made that be such a part of the narrative that had to be a choice that you knew would help you in a way. Is that why you revealed that?
I revealed that in the audition process for the reason that I knew it would be interesting to them. Yes.
Right.
Did I think it was going to be as big of a televised deal?
But
no
you
way.
then embraced it and would say it a lot. Like, I'm losing my virginity. I mean, that's why I think you were in on a little bit.
A lot of when they talk about me losing my virginity in the fantasy suite, a lot of that is edited up to make it sound like I would do it. What I always would say in those moments would be, if he was my boyfriend for a couple months, yeah, I would totally. you know,
So
and then they would take out the for a couple of months, and then they just add in, yeah, totally.
What's the ratio of people that actually do it in this fantasy suite?
Probably a good amount.
Yeah, I would,
Let's be real.
I would say like 75.
They're all adults.
We had a fantasy suite. It was both of our only times.
Yeah, we did have a fantasy suite.
Which is really funny, but it was like oddly quiet. Like it was like an actual moment where it feels
That sounds like the most awkward fantasy suite. It was oddly quiet.
Yeah, it does.
It was
sound
not good.
No. What I mean is just like the buzz of all the cameras and just
Yeah.
production. Like it was like, oh wow,
it's
it
nice,
does
too.
feel different to be off camera.
Oh, totally. You can let loose too, because then you can start like you want to talk about your past and everything, and you can
You
start
know, we
dropping
wanna drop
names. 'Cause you never
names,
want
you
to
know?
bring
Yeah.
anybody else up in your past,
Yeah.
because that's God forbid that made camera. So then you can just really like, okay, this is that.
I'm friends with
that,
Vin
this.
Diesel, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm Oliver Thomas. I also felt bad because, like, listen, we both love Nick, and Nick's a great guy, and we couldn't be happy for him to be the Bachelor. Having said that, Nick's was a little bit of an instigator in Paradise. Like, he definitely talked about Josh a lot, and like it would obviously get back to Josh because we're on one beach. I don't think Josh handled it properly, but I can understand why he was just really pissed off at the situation. Because it's like, why is everybody going to Amanda? Let Amanda make up her own mind.
What can we expect then? Should that make us excited for Nick's upcoming Bachelor season?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he will? Is he going to go straight on and love blinders, or will he have any sort of? Do you think he's smart enough to know I'm going to make sure this season's interesting too? Because I feel like
No,
you got to
that's
do a
a
little
great
bit of that,
question.
right?
He's definitely smart enough.
Yeah,
This is
he
his
will
fourth
make.
time. He knows what he's doing.
He's like the same dude that we know, but like they'll edit him to be as likable as possible.
Like even in the promo, it's like he's a good guy, he's a bad guy, but what he's mostly is misunderstood. And I think that is actually kind of true.
That's interesting. Do you feel like when a Bachelor gets cast and then the editor, it's sort of the show's job to make sure he's good?
Yeah.
So when he does, he can do bad things, and then they just make the women look bad.
No, I mean,
sometimes.
like, there's like always an episode where like, oh, maybe the Bachelor screwed up there. The only Bachelor they've ever had where he kept messing up so bad that they were like, okay, well, we're gonna vilify the actual Bachelor was Juan Pablo.
yeah.
Oh God.
Even like Ben got shit for
messed
the
up
whole
one
JoJo
time.
and Laura
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Even though all he did was just say, I love you and I love you too, and I don't
Which
know
is
what to do
probably the
right
most
now.
real that show could have
Yeah.
gotten.
Like, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah. Do you guys think that you could be in love with two people at the same time?
In Bachelor love,
Yeah,
yes.
in Bachelor love.
I think you can have like loving, strong feelings for two people. And because he was in the moment with JoJo first, I do think he meant what he said, but then maybe just had stronger feelings for Lauren. I think he knew with
he
Lauren the
definitely
whole time.
I can't even imagine being the Bachelor or the Bachelorette because I'm very monogamous as far as even just my mind. So like in Paradise, I wouldn't like two guys. Like that would be crazy. Like I don't think you would like two girls.
He kind of did. He still liked you, and he wanted to pursue Caila.
Yeah, but he didn't like me like that.
Awkward.
I think that's one of the things that people just don't understand about
That's
the
what
friendship that
we
I have.
felt really annoyed by this season, especially, is that like none of our fun moments were shown.
I think we're super comfortable around each other.
Yeah,
Just
so
kind of-
comfortable.
But you've never dated?
No.
Are you never going to date? Because you're a fan. You say you'd say
no.
everything, Jared. Come on.
No, I know.
Can we film your first date?
Yeah, let's get on
Do
first
like
one.
blind date. Remember blind date with Roger Lodge?
Yes, did you know that one time
God.
Ryan Seacrest was on an
guy loves
episode
to
of
be
Blind
crazy.
Date? Or it was one of those like midnight dating shows.
If you ever do go on a real date, let us know. We'll film it. We'll film it for. It'll be great.
But we've already
Add
had
some
like
jokes.
2 on TV dates.
Yeah.
Like they've already been filmed.
What do you guys think of Evan and Carly? They're
Are
right
still together?
That is crazy. That is the coolest thing ever, though.
I was like, are you breaking
like, are
news
you
right in
breaking
front of us right
news?
now?
No,
We're
they're
going on
still
vacation
together.
with them. That's what I
Oh my God.
I guess not anymore. Carly was so hesitant towards Evan, as you could have seen in Paradise, but I think over time she just started gaining more appreciation for the man he is and how he treated her, and then I think she just kind of accepted the fact that this is the guy that I've kind of been looking for. I would
They look
agree.
so cute together.
Yeah, they're
But
so
in terms
cute.
of Grace,
Grace. But in terms of Grace, I
They're
don't think it's a
tattooed.
huge surprise to
No,
both
I
of
mean,
us, but-
Grant's a really good guy. I love Lace.
Yeah, they're
She's-
both great. I
so
just feel
authentic.
like they probably shouldn't have. They weren't
Authentic, is
at
that what it's
being.
called?
Yeah, but that's honestly, I think that's one of the reasons I was saying this earlier.
She
why
and
I'm
I are
such good
very
friends with you
put
is-
together. Like she and I are on the same like level
like
as far as
Lace is just like,
authenticity,
yeah, I drink, I'm a mess sometimes. I burp, I do whatever. This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, but her,
it's so endearing.
who was the villain guy? Chad. Her and Chad
God.
together is what made me think, okay, this girl's weird.
Is there anybody, like, would you guys ever think or want to date anybody else from any other season.
Well, in Paradise,
Yeah.
in all honesty, they ask you because
Yeah.
they're like, okay, who do you want to see in Paradise? And it's like,
Interesting.
oh,
So
I'd like to
before
see
you sign
her
up-
and her
When you
and
sign
her.
up, they get like, which ones? Because they want the drama. Do they also ask, who don't you want to see?
No.
No, they're just like, who do you? Because they don't want that. They don't care about that. The show wants validity. They want these relationships to work because if every relationship after 6 months breaks up, then nobody's going to watch the show because they can't really believe in true love.
But our retention rate is getting great.
It's getting better and better. You look at Sean and Caitlin, Tanner and Jade, Ben and Lauren,
Yeah.
hopefully JoJo and Jordan.
So real love can be found.
Yeah.
I think so.
It absolutely can.
You would or wouldn't come back, Jared?
I mean, it's
If you saw the right person on Bachelor,
Then he could date her in real life. That
Yes,
was
I'm
my
saying.
argument
That's true.
this
Yeah,
year.
what'd
I
you
was
just-
like, why are you going to put me through that torture? And
this is exactly what happened prior to the show. To which all,
you sound like you're not convincing me that you're not going to do Paradise.
and then all of a sudden, she got a phone call about Bachelor in Paradise 3, and she's like, you know what, maybe we should make this decision individually. I was like, oh, the tune has changed, hasn't it?
As soon as he like gave them the go ahead, they're like, hey, Ashley. And I was like, no. And then I had like such FOMO. I was like, Nick's going to be there, Carly's going to be there, Jared's going to be there. How can I say no to that?
So he didn't know.
They told her not to tell me that she was going to Paradise. Even though, honestly, the entire time we were there,
What's more important, the producers or the friendship?
friendship.
Well, yeah, obviously the friendship, but
But I think she always knew that it was never going to affect our friendship.
I think like no matter how sloppy it was basically as sloppy as it could be, and
Yeah.
we're still here with you today.
He ran after her, exactly, and it still worked out, right?
I know. Well, actually, I technically ran away from her, and then. Oh, come on. We're all friends here. Come on.
Well, I have to
I'll
say,
work out.
it's tough because you put yourself out there, and I believe you all are going there because you're going there for love, but you're also going there to see what happens. I
you
imagine.
go-
Why
That's
not?
totally what it is. Like I went into The Bachelor. I just had got my master's in broadcasting. I'd be lying to say that I wasn't
It's a hit
using it
TV
for a
show.
platform.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I was like, but if I meet my husband through this process, that'll be even better than anything.
I think if you go into this experience believing that you'll get married or find the person that you love, that it's the wrong mindset to have. Because once I left The Bachelorette and Caitlin's season, like I was open to this world where it was possible you could actually have feelings for somebody. And then I went into Paradise last season. I felt, honestly, I was like, I'm going to meet my wife here in Paradise.
I do want to say one thing is when you are in the bubble of taping, you forget about all the opportunities and everything else that's going to come along
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
and you are sucked into the romance
That's
of it
another
all.
thing.
They,
So
they
good.
make those dates so great too. I would imagine.
Oh,
All
yeah.
of that is just
Yeah.
like, oh.
Are you guys excited about Nick being the Bachelor?
I am. I actually went to the Museum of Broken Relationships or whatever, and they each had to go up and reenact a breakup. And the first girl goes up and slaps him in the face, like hard. I don't think that was staged. He looked like he wanted to hit him back. I was like,
He was like, you can go
oh my
now."
God.
So are you excited?
I'm excited. No, I am. I really am. I really am. I think a lot of people are rooting for him too, but I think people are just like, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not the
gonna call it
status quo.
now.
No.
I think it's going to be the highest rated season ever.
Yeah, well, I think we sort of hit
I
it.
agree.
And the fact that he's done this so many times, I think is going to
But
make
people are more connected to him than any other Bachelor in the past.
Yeah.
I think he'll bring the drama. He's done it in
Oh
the
yeah.
past.
Yeah.
All right, before we go, Jared,
Yes,
you're a
sir.
movie fan. Prove it. Tell me, here's your shot. Talking movies. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you guys just did a movie fight about the best part of Batman versus Superman.
What is the best part?
Oh, the warehouse scene, obviously. That was the best Batman movie in 7 minutes.
That's fair.
It was unbelievable.
It is true.
I personally think that Ben Affleck might be the best Batman on screen.
What about Ben is taking over with the scripting, you said?
Well, Ben is writing and directing a solo Batman film, which is going to be amazing because they just casted Joe Manganiello
Yes,
as oh my God, Deathstroke. Jesus.
See, actually, I totally get it why you're crushing on him now.
Yeah, that was the other frustrating thing about Batman v Superman is there was a lot of good ideas in that movie, but they just couldn't come to fruition because as soon as you were invested in one moment, they just cut away from it.
Yeah, well, that's what the extended cut was for.
And the extended cut is far better.
No, it's not.
Oh, I see. I enjoyed it a lot
Far
better.
better is a stretch.
So now I'm terrified of Justice League because even the trailer, I didn't like the trailer.
Well, I love it because ScreenJunkies fans are confused why we're talking about The Bachelor.
Sorry.
And Bachelor fans are confused why we're
This is
talking
why I
about
needed
Batman
him to be
Superman.
in here.
This
Talk
is
to you.
beautiful. That's what we do here. We talk about it all.
That you're
We
so
got to
good at
continue
what he
that
does.
conversation off camera and on future, and I appreciate you guys coming in. Ashley,
Alex.
anything you'd like to plug or to send the audience to?
Oh, you know, just stay tuned.
We will.
Yeah,
We're doing
I'll
stuff.
second
Just
that.
follow us on social media and you'll see what we're up to.
Will you guys come back during the season? It'd be fun to have you back.
Of course,
Get some
every
more-
week
have
we'll
some
make it
more
a
insight on
regular
the
thing.
show as we
Yeah.
keep going. Well, that was so much fun for me. Thanks for coming and watching. You can see more episodes here. Have a great day.